I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive.
'20 BMW X6.
M50i with launch control. She's pretty fast.
But sometimes it isn't. Horsepower and torque.
523 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque from a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8.
So this is one of the coupe SUVs, so we need to compare it to the other coupe SUVs.
So that would be like the new Cayenne Coupe?
And the Mercedes GLE Coupe.
Yeah, pretty much only the Germans are doing these coupe SUV things.
Well, there's kind of the Q8, which is also kind of a coupe.
What do you mean? It's German though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it's kind of a coupe. So with the competition out of the way, let's get into why that launch isn't always the fastest.
Okay, so BMW makes you build boost. So that's why I sat there for a couple seconds building boost and then I launched. If you don't do that, you don't get the best launches with launch control on BMWs.
And I even did one building boost and I still didn't get full torque like we did right there. So like, I guess sometimes it might be a little hit or miss.
I think it has a lot to do with this just being a regular automatic transmission. It's not a dual clutch, so you can't get that good of a launch. So it is an 8-speed transmission. It's a ZF unit. We love these things. They shift really well, but they're just not that good at launching because it's just a regular auto, so you can't slip the clutch or anything like that. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. We're back on the road, and we're on the road to 1 million.
Hey BMW, subscribe to the Straight Pipes.
Hello, what can I help you with?
Subscribe.
Subscribe to the Straight Pipes.
Which one of these destinations should I select?
So we previously drove an X5 40i, but now we've got the X6 50i, which is a different motor.
Well, it's an M50i.
M50i, yes.
So now we have a twin turbo 4.4 liter V8, and it sounds really good.
Yeah, when I started it up, I'm like, wow, like that's really good. And that's why when I got in the car right away, I turned off the pumped-in engine sound.
So now I'm gonna floor it with sporty engine sound.
You can really hear it pumped in and now reduced.
Definitely more exhaust, less speakery sounding. I think it sounds pretty good both ways, but if you want just the exhaust, definitely reduced.
I think it's a perfect balance in reduced, and when you floor it and upshift at the right time, you can hear those from the transmission too.
Yeah, that's that ZF. What about balanced mode?
Balanced is trash. I don't believe in it.
Let's try balanced. That's a pretty good balance.
Just turn it off. This car is fine. It's
Reduced.
quiet enough in here. The exhaust doesn't bother you, and with the windows down a bit, it sounds even better.
Okay, so the whole thing behind why we need the reduced mode is because cars now are so quiet that they actually have to pump it back in because people need to feel like they're getting something sporty for their money.
Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that the whole engine sound thing is the most effective at dealerships. When people test drive it, they get excited, and then after like maybe driving it for a month, if they realize it has pumped-in engine sound, they'll turn it off if it gets annoying. But some people, I'm sure, don't even realize it has it.
That's the thing, exactly. So now let's send it into Cliche Corner in reduced mode, but Sport Plus with Sport Traction. Okay, definitely a little bit of body roll. It feels like I'm 40 feet in the air, but it does power through everything. It also understeers through everything a little bit. I'm gonna say no oversteer on this one, Yuri.
Yeah, I found it like pretty neutral. Like it didn't really understeer. It performed fine, but it was just a lot of work. Like it's not enjoyable.
No, because your center of gravity is so high. This is the lowest seating position I can get, and I feel like I'm just way too high.
But it got through everything you needed to. It was just more work.
Every car will get through everything I needed
Not
to.
as fast as this, though. That's
Not
the
as
thing.
fast, yeah.
Exactly.
But I didn't enjoy myself that much.
But I feel like if we were behind the seat of one of the competitors, namely the Porsche Cayenne Coupe, it would feel a lot different. It would feel a lot more car-ish, and we'd be a lot happier with the handling.
100% it would handle way better than this. I'm just gonna say that without driving it because we've driven the regular Cayenne and we know how well that handles. But speaking about suspension on this, we don't have air suspension, but we have several different drive modes, the same ones that you find on every single BMW. But the thing that BMW also does really well on every single BMW is the suspension damping. It's perfect in Sport, Sport Plus, and even Comfort. It gives you what you want for this type of car. SUV, SAC.
Well, okay, we can get into what kind of car this actually is or why we think this exists.
Sure, let's do it, because I don't really know why this exists, but apparently there is a market for
Okay,
it.
so here's what I think it is. People like SUVs, they don't want a car, but they want the car look. They don't use the sport utility vehicle for the utility. So you're getting an SUV that looks more like a car.
You're getting literally the worst possible combination of everything.
Man, I think this stuff looks great. The coupe SUVs look awesome.
I think it looks terrible, and the Cayenne Coupe is the best looking of the bunch.
Like, the problem with calling it terrible is people aren't going to do cool designs because all the journalists get mad at it. And then, like, you're gonna have boring designs. Like, the more we embrace this, the more cool designs are gonna come out. And then, like, one day you'll have like the coolest SUV ever. All thanks to us being like, great job designers, keep coming up with crazy stuff.
But you can have cool designs that don't look terrible like this.
I don't think this looks terrible at all. That's the thing. People do like it, so we shouldn't be mad at the designers for designing it like this.
But they can design it better, just like they did with the Cayenne Coupe.
I really like the design of the older X6 more than this one. So in general, I still like the X6s. The old one just had like more cool body lines and everything. But should we get into the looks?
Yeah, because we'll never agree on this. So let's start with the front end.
It's pretty much exactly the X5.
Yes, it is. Except we have a light up grille for $500 extra on this one.
Yeah, you can like kind of see the LED strip back there. I think light up grills are cheesy unless you're in a Chevy because you're kind of expected to have a cheesy grill.
Yeah, so I would definitely uncheck that $500 option and not get that light up grille.
And I particularly hate it on a Mercedes, and I really hate it on Mazdas because there's some Mazdas, they have like the whole grill outline. I'm like, what are you doing?
And the headlights are standard BMW. They look pretty good, pretty aggressive.
Absolutely nothing special going on besides normal good BMW.
And moving around to the side, we have some fake vents up front, which look hilarious when the light hits it just right.
And the whole body is a little bit too high over like the wheels, too much wheel gap.
Yeah, so air suspension would have solved that, and probably the X6M might solve that.
Yeah, I think definitely that's where the line is drawn. Kind of like how a 43 Mercedes compared to a 63 Mercedes. The 63 is like straight down to the ground and like just for performance, and a 43 will still be higher up.
And then we have really nice looking wheels because BMW doesn't really ever screw up wheels.
So what is the Continental recommended tire for the BMW X6?
It's the Premium Contact 6.
And obviously with the side view, it's a coupe, so it doesn't come all the way up to the top. You're going to lose a little bit of practicality. We should probably find out how much with the
box test.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, and 9.
Get your own box on patreon.com/thestraightpipes.
And moving around to the back, we got some pretty nice thin tail lights.
Yes, they remind me of The Rock's eyebrow, the people's eyebrow.
I don't like this.
Yeah, you know, better.
Yo, I could do a good one.
Sure. I still don't really like the design of this compared to the last gen, like even on the X4 and everything. I think previous gen was better, but overall looks kind of okay.
And then we have those terrible looking exhaust tips in typical BMW fashion.
Yes, because it isn't an M car.
Yeah, so these are 2020 real.
And then if we look up at the top, we've got 2 spoilers, one little tiny one on the trunk lid, and then another one up near the top. They both kind of look lame, but they're like, they're kind of okay.
Yeah, that kind of sums up the whole car for me, Yuri.
No, I know for you. And that's kind of the way I feel compared to the last X6, but I don't know, I just like coupe stuff.
Personally, I think the X5 obviously looks a lot better, so if I'm going X5, X6, I'm going X5. So that's my stance on this car.
And then looks-wise, compared to the competitors, the Cayenne Coupe, the GLE Coupe, and the Q8, and does the Urus count? It's kind of a coupe.
Sure, I'll take the Urus then.
Looks-wise?
Yeah, sure, Urus all day.
Not Urus, this is probably the worst-looking one.
Yes, by far.
And having it in this black color doesn't really help, even though there's a little bit of tint of blue.
And before I let you drive, a little bit more engine stuff. I think this pulls really hard, basically in every gear at any RPM. So if I just floor it in sport, it's gone.
It's definitely very fast. It's so fast to the point where you're not really held in your seats when you're flooring it, ripping through corners, which I think is the appropriate amount of fast you want.
Yeah, like this has a lot of speed, like a lot more power than I expected from an M50i, because this isn't an M car.
It's nice when the engine is faster than the bolsters.
And also, M Sport is not M, because you guys got really angry in the X7 M50i video. So that's it for powertrain looks and generally flooring it, so I'm going to let you drive now. But you can floor it too. Build some boost, Yuri.
Lunch patrol.
Not bad.
I like it when you let off, it's still got the...
And it lets off very abruptly as well.
Yes, it's a very aggressive car, and I'm happy with it. I think a lot of people would really like launching this, and it's pretty easy as long as you remember Sport Traction, Sport Plus, not traction all the way off, and you need your shifter and S. It needs to be warmed up, and you can't do it too many times in a row, or you need a cool down period. But you need to go a certain amount before you try it.
And you're probably wondering why I'm smiling at you, but you think it's something else. But I'm actually smiling and laughing because this crystal shifter is reflecting off your face and casting a rainbow on it this entire time.
Am I getting rainbows? So now moving into the interior and infotainment and radio and seats and everything, we've got the new style BMW, which is the exact same thing across every single car. But it's nice because we do have the gestures because it's not a convertible. Then we do have the 360 camera that looks all the way around, and we can spin it and stuff.
And the resolution's really good, just like on every other BMW.
And actually, this one should have a dash cam mode where it'll record whatever's coming in front, so you can set that up. But because this one was sent to Canada a little bit early, it didn't come equipped with it, but it should have that.
That's a really cool feature. I'm glad they're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like more cars should have that, but knowing car companies, they're going to start like recording that and recording the inside and sending it to their corporate office and then spying on you, kind of like the new Volvos announced they're going to do, which freaks me out.
Well, they didn't announce the spying part, but they announced the camera inside part.
It's spying.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
So yeah, we just maybe send it to your insurance company.
Tesla does that. Tesla's got a camera on the inside.
Yo, all that stuff is like sketchy, man.
Exactly. I don't want cameras on the inside.
But at least Tesla's coming out of like America, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Tesla just went to space too, theoretically with SpaceX, so congratulations.
Bob and Doug, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone's been calling us.
One large step for mankind.
So we do have wireless Apple CarPlay. We still don't have Android Auto.
But it is coming apparently, as they announced multiple times, and it's supposed to be here around right now.
And like we don't have to pay for Apple CarPlay anymore, right?
Yeah, no, not for a while, I think.
Everyone raised their pitchforks and BMW's like, all right, never mind.
Yeah.
And then our command center is exactly the same here. And not being in a BMW for a while, hopping back in, it's like not even really driving much in the last couple months. It was very easy to use. Like I didn't forget anything. This was very intuitive because I already had the memory from before and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, and I really like this crystal shifter here. I've warmed up to the crystal shifter in all BMWs now. I hated it at first, but now I kind of really like it.
As long as the crystal shifter has a button, I'm happy with it. And then if we move on to our gauges, same one as the other ones where the tack is on the wrong side. There's not much customization in the middle and I'm not going to use the navigation back there. So I kind of just pretend it doesn't exist, and I use my head-up display a bit.
And then we do have lane keep assist, we have traffic jam assist, all the good BMW stuff.
Yes. It's very important to state that it's really, really good traffic jam and lane keep assist.
And up on the dash and on the door panels, we've got really nice carbon fiber, and I absolutely love this. It's a $1,000 option.
Yeah, well, it's better than, I guess, piano black, right?
Oh, it's way better. We also have it down in the center console as well. I love this carbon fiber.
But I'd rather have like a Mercedes-style flat black wood. Anyways, in this area, we also have a cup holder. It'll fit a small can of that.
Yes, it does.
And how about visors? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God! Is that the first BMW?
No, it can't be.
I'm pretty sure it is. Someone let us know in the comments.
I saw how thin the visor was. I'm like, there's no way.
I had no confidence in it.
Then we also have really cool interior lighting because it is a BMW. Not as cool as the competition all the time, but still something that can look good. And we've got the cool light up sunroof.
I just remembered it is not the first BMW. The X7 passed and the Alpina theoretically passed.
Yeah.
And the seats are really comfortable. The headrests are pretty soft. And we also have massage seats with this package.
Yep, I love massage seats. Anyone who doesn't get massage seats, I think, is crazy if you have the option to.
Absolutely. And we also have heated and cooled seats if you press the single button and then customize it through the infotainment.
You know what else we have?
Auto.
Hey, BMW.
Oh, God.
Vitalize me.
Program.
Here we go.
It was the good song when I tried it earlier.
Here we go. Waiting for it. There it is.
Ah.
What is this?
There's like 4 different songs.
BMW, this is gross.
There's like 4 different songs, I think. And it's hard to always get the song you want. But you know which one I like, right?
Yeah, it's the one I like too. It's the techno.
And even in the back seats, we both still fit, even though it's not the X5.
Yeah, shockingly, my head does not hit the roof until I kind of move my head a little bit back, and then the scoopness is where I hit.
All right, let me give it a little boot through cliche, and then we'll get into the trunks. No, we already did the box test.
We did everything, bro. This is it.
Okay, let me give it a little boot through cliche.
And there's that understeer.
I mean, a tiny bit.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. but I couldn't really get it to oversteer, you know what I mean?
That's what I said as well.
But it's like, it's close.
So we agree that this is exactly how it should handle, and we agree on the handling characteristics.
Little minimal understeer. So we should probably get to the price.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Way more than I thought.
Hit me with it.
Starts at $92,000.
Canadian.
And this one is optioned out to $112,500.
And that's kind of a lot for a car SUV imitator, kind of all-in-one, weird little Frankenstein car.
Yeah, I expected like 80 to 90 when I was just looking at it.
I'm not that surprised. Like, everything is so expensive these days. Like, they kind of have to charge that to keep up with everything.
Yeah, it's in line with all of its competitors, but this one also has a $17,000 premium excellence package. But delete the $500 kidney grill light up option, please.
Okay, so you save $500.
Exactly.
Honestly, yeah, it's really expensive. It's not something I would pick in general, but I do like driving it. Everything about this is very comfortable. It's relaxing. It's nice driving on the highway with the lane keep is cool. Overall, I pretty much like everything except I couldn't afford it and I wouldn't buy one.
Yeah, personally, I don't care about this car at all, but I think they built a very good car. Again, I don't care about the looks. The performance is pretty good. The handling's pretty good for a car like this that you want to handle pretty well. So there you go.
Okay, so this or the GLE Coupe?
I think the GLE Coupe.
Even though this has all this stuff, the spinning hand thing, and the GLE Coupe has the trackpad, touchpad thing.
I believe GLE Coupe can bounce.
It can. That's what I was going to say.
Bounce control, man.
How can you resist?
Exactly.
So I'd also go GLE Coupe, if not, no, I'm thinking over the Porsche, but I think I'd go GLE Coupe as well.
Yeah, so let us know what you guys think of SUV coupes.
What would you take, this or the competition, the GLE, the Porsche Cayenne Coupe, the Q8, or, nah, the Lamborghini Urus doesn't count.
Doesn't count. And tune in for next week's video, which is this. No idea what it is yet. Take a guess.
Guess the car.
Leave a comment. Maybe it's not next week, it's just the next video.